Okay, this is the oven. We see that all 5 of the burners have been working. Yahoo! And I've just turned them off, or did I just turn? Oh, I had that one on low. But I was goofing with them earlier. It's difficult because the warming tray, the warming burner, it never glows red. So that's what we had. We're in the kitchen. It's GFCI protected. All the kitchen countertops are GFCI protected. This receptacle outlet is GFCI protected. And if this home was built today, the dishwasher would be GFCI protected, and the garbage disposal would be GFCI protected. He's a loud one. So is the dishwasher. The oven has an anti-tip device. We got bake going. We sure do. Turn the oven light off. Clear. Broil. Start. This oven has bake, broil, and self-cleaning. It does not have a convection. It might have an automatic convection or something. I don't know. But it doesn't have that. This is the microwave. You got it here. There. The surface light. Surface light. Don't have a surface light. Vent fan. It's blowing. This is not what I brought you here for. Time cook. Just 10. I got some wet paper in there. Let's start. Now listen. That thing sounds like a tractor. And it's hot. You can see the steam coming off of that. It burns me through my gloves. Now, code, which I don't do code inspections, but I rely on some codes to give my clients a better, I happen to know some, might as well use them. Code says that the corner of this shouldn't be any closer to the corner of this. Lights, camera, action. Shouldn't be any closer to the corner of this than 24 inches. Now, different manufacturers, I don't have the manufacturer's instructions here. I don't have them. But some manufacturers say the corner of this shouldn't be any closer than the corner of this, than 35 inches. And that's about 36, maybe just a little more than 36, 37 inches, my experience tells me, and I'm kind of short, so I adapt. So anyway, the manufacturer's specification supersedes code. The first page of the code book says the local jurisdiction having authority. It used to be jurisdiction with authority. Having authority now. They changed the codes. It says it can supersede the code. If the code inspector tells you to paint this unit pink or purple or pink and purple and orange and board up all the windows, you're not going to get a certificate of occupancy. You're not going to get a green tag unless you do what the inspector says. Now that said, he probably won't keep his job if he works like that. If he abuses his power like that, he probably won't keep his job. If you don't like what the code inspector says, if you feel like you've got a better interpretation of the code, you can always go to a supervisor. But eventually they'll say you can't beat City Hall will come into play. But the manufacturer's on the same page, first page of the code book. Same page, well actually it's about the third page in this cycle, because we put some other, fluffy stuff in there. But anyway, right out of the gate, they say, jurisdiction having authority supersedes code. They say, because code is a baseline. They say the listed manufacturers. I say listed. Okay, let's see right there, that's UL listed. Right there. So it supersedes code. Now the code inspector can come in, he's first one in line, and he can supersede what this manufacturer says, and he can supersede the code. But again, he probably wants to keep his job. So the light doesn't work. This thing is loud as a tractor. This is all working fine. I like to say that. I really don't like to write a bunch of stuff. I'm lazy. But I'm diligent. And I will write a bunch of stuff. That's what I do. Coming in, the sink is actually installed pretty decently. Thank you. It's a little thing. It's the little things. Coming in, this home was inspected twice by home inspectors. Okay, they get the little check box because that's what they do. I mean, it's, you know, you're supposed to do it, I guess, but and there I am. But the thing is just a couple years ago, 17, 18, 19, 20, 3 years ago, 3.5, 2 years now, you know, but anyway, conditions change, but, you know, there might be some information about this part, you know, unit. They may have a different take on what I'm saying. They may have a different opinion. So it doesn't hurt at all. The dishwasher overflow drain comes up and over. That's what they're using for an anti-siphon. That's illegal. That's illegal. They can do that. Coming in, discussion plates, everything's fine. And again, this home was built this morning. The garbage disposal will be GFCI protected, and the dishwasher will be GFCI protected, and they're not. And they're not. I'm going to rerun. Okay, the soap dispenser's already opened up. This is what the racks look. Now, I still expect to say any rust. Any rust, right there. See that rust? It's going to make the report. Is it kind of silly? I don't know. I don't know. I just do what I'm told. I'm not going to say it's silly. What do we got here? I might as well know. Is that right? I could say that it's loose. I could say that it's loose, but I don't know how loose it really is. That'll come it all on for our kitchen. Maybe we'll add something to it. No, I'll save it. We'll take the bathroom. See this receptacle outlet right here? It's not GFCI protected. It is not. And it's closer than that one over there is, because it's closer to the sink than 6 feet. And this one's not, because some people say that this is in another room. Not GFCI protected. It's in another room. Well, maybe it is in another room. But look how close it is to the sink. That's an opinion. That's a judgment call. In my house, that would be GFCI protected. Sure would. We've already talked about the electric service panel, but I'm going to come in here just for a moment. I have abandonment issues. Pots on the left. This sink does not have a percolator. Does not have a percolator. They're not required, as some people call them an overflow drain. They're not required. This commode has been leaking back there. See that? Probably had a bad wax seal at one time. It's kind of tight now. It's got a fluid master in it. It looks better now. So see that water running in there? You got a bad flapper. Flush valve. A bad flapper. Flush valve. Okay. The sink. Oh, it looks pretty good under here. A little worse for wear. But that's not what I brought you in here for. I brought you in here for the bathtub. Okay? Coming along. It doesn't drain real well, but that's the shower diverter. Come on. That's how you take a shower. Most of the water is running out here. It does not divert 100%. I got it like that. Oh man, don't make a liar out of me. I'm saying that it drains slowly. You see the water backing up? Trust me, if you run it for very long, then of course you're going to run it. Of course you're going to run it for a long time. If you take a shower for a while, your ankles are going to start getting wet. And if you take a bath, it's going to take, and you know, you want to leave and you'd like the bathtub to be empty before you went out on the town just because that's the way you feel secure. It's going to take forever for the bathtub to drain. So the bathtub, it takes an inordinate amount of time to drain. And the GFCI works here as well, and with the fans. Bathroom fans, GFCI. Okay. This is all these videos are kind of in backwards order. So, I've probably got a water heater video that's coming up. But this is the time, this is the second last video that I'd just like to say thank you very much for trusting me with your home to help you see what's going on. And your business is greatly appreciated. If you can find it in your heart to leave me a good Google review, it'd be much appreciated. I much rather have a real reputation than a digital reputation. But these are strange times. So I gotta play with the kids. No offense to any millennials, none at all. I'm a lot. Most of my income comes from that age bracket, to be honest. So anyway, if you got any questions whatsoever, I'm talking to my client here. If you got any questions whatsoever, please reach out to me. Please call. I'll look at the documentation. I'll see what we can do. I can see what I can, answer your questions.